Gurley. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On play action, it's Bridgewater. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete.
Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
That's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward. Bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Everson Griffin in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. On play action, it's Dobbs. Hits his target, Hunter. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. To throw is Dobbs. And he slings one that's incomplete. Justin Hunter, the one he was searching for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here we go. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A gain of 39 that time. Here we go. Dobbs is throwing. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. 2nd and goal. Defense digging in again here. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Here's Bell. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, I believe that they were in 4-down territory, and that's what they were thinking. But after the loss, I've got to kick the field goal. No way I'm going to go for it in this situation. But you know some of these coaches, they're extremely unpredictable, and they may go ahead and press it.
So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Being chased out left. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Bridgewater on first down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. On first down, it's Gurley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Second down, Bridgewater. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Bridgewater off the play fake to McKinnon. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner. Joe Hayden with it. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate. Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
On second down, it's Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. And our statistician, Ben Ramsar, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss rolling in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hunter. A big play on third there for the Steelers. 45 yards.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. He completes it to Hunter. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Justin Hunter, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff as they take over here 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Got a man, it's right. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. A dump down to McKinnon. Give him 30 yards there.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
1st down, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds.
And the pressure gets to him again. T.J. Watt in there to drop him, and that will go into the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. A reminder, coming up tonight, Green Bay visits Atlanta. All sorts of storylines there. A playoff rematch, also the opening of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And then on Monday night, the Giants host the Lions.
So the Giants play on Sunday night and Monday night to open the season.
Yeah, 2 under the lights. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Open man right side is Ingram. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Come on, let's go.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Myers able to knock it through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
And a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he comes back with one complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. It's a gain of 5. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Bridgewater to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Final play of the half, Bridgewater. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with, but it's 2nd down. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On first down, Dobbs to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. Pittsburgh getting 16. Yards there and also a first down. The gun, Dobbs. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And that'll bring up second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here we go.
In motion goes the tight end. On second down, Dobbs. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Out left side here to Bryant. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now Dobbs. Bryant with a catch right side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Dobbs is throwing. Throw left side complete. It's Cannon. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 22-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Dobbs. And Ingram holds it in. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Come on, let's go!
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after him early and try and create a big...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Hayward in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Let's go. Force.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Bridgewater looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here's Dobbs to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. That is caught at the 7. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Now Bell busts through the tackle. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go.
Dobbs now on 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes just a matter.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. here's Myers now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. That one goes for 24 yards. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have, it's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On play action, it's Bridgewater. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go.
Bridgewater again. Flushed out right. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Bridgewater now. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ryan Shazier in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. Second down, Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the gun, Bridgewater. It's caught, Shepard. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. James Harrison in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. play action, it's Dobbs. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And he rifles one incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Here we go. 38. Ohio.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Flex round.
Check.
Hey, motion backfield.
The slot man in motion right.
Hold the loop.
The play clock's running down. Back to throw Dobbs. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns.
Oh, that's sweet.
There he goes right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's Down at the 21-yard line.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Back to it after the pick six. Bridgewater. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second down, Bridgewater again. Buying time to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
The Vikings on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Bridgewater. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired. In hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting.
Here we go. What? None. Ohio.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now a handoff, running left is Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Come on, let's go. Red 38.
On second down, Dobbs. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Steelers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Let's go.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On third down, here's Bell. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
Again, it's Bell. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville. And the Titans dominant. They have added to their totals in that one. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Vikings.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. So the D-line's going to spread out. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tyson Alualu. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off, it's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, You play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And now out comes Minnesota. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
There's pride on the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right.
Boys! Sit!
One last shot now for Bridgewater. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for the Steelers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.